personality. Compared to Tobi's personality, Madara's true personality is much calmer and much more serious, but he still has a habit of joking and harassing the people around him. Despite the current limitations in combat, he is very arrogant, insults even the strongest ninja and treats Akatsuki members as mere tools. During a duel with Conan, he underestimated his abilities as a ninja and showed some degree of contempt for him, until he smashed his right arm and caused several injuries to him. While speaking derogatorily about Pain, he still acknowledges his strength as the strongest in the Akatsuki and for those who own Rinnegan. There are only a few exceptions that he admires. The most prominent is Senju Hashirama, which he also hates the most. Despite his arrogance, he does not praise his enemies, like Kakashi for his speed or Minato for being able to hurt him. Despite that, he quickly returns to his selfish persona, as he admits to Conan that he is the one who truly won the war against Senju Hashirama, by seeing the future. Madara is not above trying to hurt a baby Naruto to get an upper hand against Minato. Madara has shown a high ability in manipulating others to do work for him. Minato believes that it uses Pain's ideology against him in order to control himself. He was also able to transform Kisame into one of his most loyal followers with the promise that he would release him from his pain by creating a world without lies. He also befriends Sasuke to get him to join the Akatsuki by telling him about Uchiha's past, even though he has a clear interest in Sasuke and his abilities. It seems to have a rather crooked view in relation to this, often avoiding responsibility by stating that people act voluntarily when they are actually coerced or manipulated by him. Madara has set a goal in getting Sasuke by his side to serve the Akatsuki goal. Thus, he was glad that when Uchiha died, no one would be able to prevent him from telling the truth of Sasuke Uchiha clan massacre. Madara expresses her frustration when Sasuke fails to take the real killer bee, and worries that it may not be easy to control. He even threatened to kill Sasuke and his entire army if they ever dared to betray him and Akatsuki. However, every time Sasuke goes deeper into the darkness of revenge, Madara shows pleasure, the most prominent being when Sasuke's hatred fully develops Susanoo, and when he offers Karen's sacrifice to penetrate Danzo's heart. However, Madara admits to Aunt Kabuto Yakushi that he is willing to hand over Sasuke to them, if the situation is right. Madara had an extreme hatred for the Senju and Senju Kanahigakure clans he led, as he was a descendant of an older sister who passed on to be the successor of the Sage of the Six Roads. This hatred increased when the village chose Senju Hashirama to be its Hokage. Madara admired the most powerful Hashirama of his power, but still hated it. This hatred led Madara to a life dedicated to revenge. Madara argues that all Uchiha are destined to walk the same path of revenge against Senju and Kanahigakure, and that Naruto, who has inherited Senju will of fire, is destined to fight Sasuke, who has inherited Uchiha hatred, even if Madara herself should force them to do it. Madara also seems to admire the Sage of the Six Ways, or at least just the strength, as he has gone to extreme lengths to gain Rinnegan, the Ten-Tails animal, and the power of the Senju clan producing Izanagi, and has planned decades ahead to achieve that goal. Madara seems to enjoy sitting down and spending time with things, especially when telling stories, just as she tells the story of Uchiha to Sasuke and I plan the moon to Kajin the samurai.